Okay, hello everyone. So let's start. So today is our most important part of the chapter, which is annuity. So start करते हैं 2 minute में. So we'll first quickly revise the concept of present value, future value. Then we'll go to annuity. We'll see relationship between all four types of questions that can come: present value of annuity due, future value of annuity due, present value of annuity regular, future value of annuity regular. Then we'll see how to calculate one if other one is given, and we'll take some more questions also along with calculator shortcut, which is the most important part for this chapter. Okay, fine. So let's start. Good evening, everyone. So before we start with annuity, just a second. Yeah, yeah. So before we start with annuity, in previous lecture we saw compound interest. Now, based on compound interest, we can calculate present value or future value if interest rate and number of periods are given. Now, present value and future value calculation is exactly same as compound interest calculation that we do. So, present value is today's value. Today's value means principal. Future value is value after a certain period, which is, let's say, number of years. So, after a certain number of years, so it is nothing but amount A, right? Okay. So just like we calculate A is equal to P into n plus I raised to n, similarly we can calculate future value by taking present value and multiplying it by 1 plus I raised to n. Or if we want to go from future value to present value, we can just divide by 1 plus I raised to n, right? Process of going from present to future is called as what? Compounding. Okay. So good evening everyone. Those who are new, let's start. Process of coming from future to present is called as what? Discounting. Okay. Right. So based on this concept, what we can do is, so uh, in the question that we took on first day, we saw that if you have got some money right now, आज अगर आपके पास पैसे है, and if you have some money 2 years after, then that amount is not same, right? Now today's 10 lakhs and 10 lakhs after 2 years is not same and not even comparable. हम compare भी नहीं कर सकते उनको because there are different points of time. So to make amounts comparable, we either have to bring everything to present value or everything to future value. From this concept, the concept of annuity comes up. Okay, so how? Let's see. Let's take a different example first. Suppose we have a project. You have a project which requires initial investment of rupees 10 lakhs. Okay, and let's say after investing initially rupees 10 lakhs, so I'm writing it negative because we are paying it, investing it in year 0. Let's say we're going to get in year 1 rupees 3 lakhs, in year 2 rupees 4 lakhs, in year 3 rupees, let's say 3 lakhs again, in year 4 rupees, let's say 4 lakhs again. So how much is that? 14. And in year 5 1 lakh. Okay, if interest rate is, let's say, 10%, then if someone asks you whether you should invest in this project or not, then we cannot just go on the basis of amounts. So we cannot do this. So take total of this. What is total of this? 15 lakhs. So 15 lakhs we are getting, 10 lakhs we are investing, so 5 lakhs is our profit. We cannot say that. Why? Because this is not at the same point in time. Okay, so to make it comparable, we have to bring it all to one time. So सबको एक time पे लेके आना पड़ेगा. So how will we do that? We will either take present value and bring everything to year 0, or we'll take future value and bring everything to year 5. Right? So let's try it, okay, quickly. So if we want to take present value, then we'll take this 3 lakhs here. How will we do that? We'll divide by 1 plus I raised to n, because this is just like compound interest. So what we'll do is 3 lakhs divided by, interest rate is 10% and n is 1 year, so 1.1 raised to 1, right? Similarly we'll do here. Good evening those who are joining now. Good evening. So let me know your answers. 4 lakhs divided by 1.1 raised to 2, right? Because 2 years. Similarly, we'll do 3 lakhs divided by 1.1 raised to 3. Similarly, for this, can you calculate these amounts? Okay, let's quickly do that. So 3 lakhs divided by 1.1 gives you 272727. Okay, I'm rounding off. Then 4 lakhs divided by 1.1 square. So just take divide by 1.1 and press equal to 2 times 1 2. That gives us 330579. Again 3 lakhs divided by 1.1, 3 times equal to, again 4 lakhs divided by 1.1, 4 times equal to 1 lakhs divided by 1.1, 5 times equal to. So now check how much is the total of our positive amounts, that is 272727 plus 330579 plus 225394 plus 273205 plus 62092. So that gives us 11 lakhs 63,997 positive amounts, right? And we are investing 10 lakhs. So if we subtract 10 lakhs, that means actual profit that we are getting, actual gain that we are getting is only 1 lakh 63,997 and not 5 lakh rupees. Okay, if we say that we are getting 5 lakh rupees, then that is wrong, because these amounts are not comparable with each other. 10 lakhs is today and 3 4 lakhs is over next 5 years, right? So that is why you must calculate either present value of everything, or we can take future value of everything. Let's see how we can do that, so that we can move on to concept of, we can link the concept of annuity with this. Okay, now instead of this, let's try to calculate future value of everything. Okay, I'll erase this calculation part. Hmm. How do we calculate future value? For future value, we need compounding. Okay, correct. So this is good investment. Fine. So we should go ahead with this. I agree. Now let's see what happens if we take future value. Okay, for future value, we have to do compounding. Compounding means what? We'll take everything to year 5. Okay, so this 1 lakh will keep as it is because it is already in year 5. If we want to take this 4 lakhs here, we'll have to do 4 lakhs into 1 plus I raised to n. Now n is what? 1 year, because we are just taking it ahead by 1 year. It's 1.1 raised to 1. Similarly, here we'll do 3 lakhs into 1.1 raised to 2, because we are taking it forward by 2 years. Then 4 lakhs into 1.1 cube. Again 3 lakhs into 1.1 raised to 4. And for the 10 lakhs, that also will take in 5th year now. So we'll take that as negative 10 lakhs into 1.1 raised to 5, because we are taking it forward by 5 years, right? So let's calculate this. So 4 lakhs into 1.1, so that is obviously going to be 4 lakh 40,000. Then 1.1 square, that is 1.1 into equal to into 3 lakhs, that gives us 363. Then 1.1 cube, that is 1.1 into and 2 times equal to into 4 lakhs, that gives us 532,400. Then 1.1 raised to 4, so into and 3 times equal to multiplied by 3 lakhs. Check if you are getting these figures. And then last 1.1 into and 4 times equal to into 10 lakhs. So it is negative 16 lakhs 10,510. Okay. Again, find net amount of everything, including this 1 lakh. Okay. So let's take total of all positive amounts and subtract the negative amount. So 1 lakh plus 440 plus 363 plus 532,400 plus 439,230 minus 16 lakh 10,510. Check if you are getting this. This is called as, this was our present value of everything. जिसको हम net present value बोलते हैं, NPV. And this is like future value of everything. We can call it net future value if you want, but that is not a generally used term. Okay, but fine, we can call it that if you want. So we have either we can take everything to present and everything to future and then decide whether we are getting profit. So what does this mean? That means in today's terms we are getting profit of 1,63,997, whereas in 5 year latest terms we are getting 264,120 profit. Now the most important part here is to understand how these two are related. Related by same formula, because I guess there is some issue with the network. Just a second. Okay, there is some network issue. Okay, I think it is okay now. Okay, I think the video is proper now. Let me know if not. I am still not getting it somehow. Yeah, I guess it is okay now. Yeah, so let's start. So like I said, in these totals also there is a relation between present value and future value. So you can still do this compounding and get the same result. How? We take 163,997 and we multiply it by 1 plus I raised to n. Check if you are getting the exact same answer as 264,120. Check 1.1 into 4 times equal to into 163,997. That is 464,118, right? Just rounding out difference of 2 rupees. Otherwise it matches exactly. Similarly, you can just discount this 264,120 divided by 1.1 raised to 5. You'll get the same answer, obviously, right? So this way it is linked what we or on what period we are comparing the amounts. Okay, ये linked है. So basically either सबको प्रेजेंट में लेके आओ या फिर सबको फ्यूचर में लेके जाओ या फिर सबको किसी एक साल में लेके आओ. So either bring it to present or bring everything to year 1 or bring everything to year 2 or whatever, but the only condition is bring everything to same year. That's it, right? So how does this help us in annuity questions? Understand this now. Till this point I hope everything is clear. If you have any doubts, let me know in comments. I think there is there was some network issue, not sure why. Okay. Fine. So now annuity is nothing but the same concept with same concept when these amounts are equal. Okay. Why? Because if these amounts are equal, then let's understand what we are doing. Okay. Suppose the question is like this. In year 1, we are getting 1 lakh. In year 2, we are getting 1 lakh. Year 3, 1 lakh. Year 4, 1 lakh. Year 5, 1 lakh. Okay. And let's say they have asked us to find present value. Then what are we doing? We are doing the same process. We'll take first year's 1 lakh rupees. उसको हम क्या करेंगे? Divided by 1.1 raised to 1 plus we'll take 1 lakh, फिर उसको 1.1 raised to 2 क्योंकि second year है, plus 1 lakh divided by 1.1 raised to 3 plus 1 lakh divided by 1.1 raised to 4 plus 1 lakh divided by 1.1 raised to 5. Now if you have studied chapter of sequence and series, then you should understand that this is a geometric progression. Why geometric progression? First term of this geometric progression is this 1 lakh divided by 1.1, and if you observe, every time just in denominator we are multiplying by 1.1, 1.1, 1.1. That is why it is getting square. square cube raised to 4 raised to 5 etc. Right? So it is just GP with first term as this and common ratio as this. That is why in every next term we are just getting 1 lakh divided by 1.1 square, 1.1 cube, 1.1 raised to 4 and so on. So if you just use sum of GP formula, which will not, derivation will not see in this lecture because this is anyway revision lecture, right? But if you do this, you should get the formula of present value of annuity. That's it. Okay, and you get that exactly. You will get formula of present value of annuity. So present value of annuity is what? Annuity amount, that is that 1 lakhs, okay, into 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 upon I into 1 plus I raised to n. This is how it is generally written. It can be simplified and कुछ और form में भी लिख सकते हो if you want. That is fine. So present value of annuity is this. But why I am writing PVAR, I'll tell you. But we don't use this. We use calculator shortcuts for this generally. But it is important to understand the formula because अगर you get I missing या N missing, so you have to go to formula and there's no other option, right? Fine. Now understand, in this example, we are taking amounts starting from first year. That means end of first year, then end of second year, end of third year, end of fourth year, end of fifth year. When do we do this? Understand, there are two situations. There are two situations where you will get payments like this: 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh every year, or 10,000, 10,000 every month. What are the situations? You can either get that in case of loan or a borrowing. So if you have taken a loan, you will pay EMI to the bank every month. You will pay same amount, right? Or you can get it in case of investment. That means, let's say you want to invest 1,000 rupees every month, then you will do that every month. You will invest same amount, right? Now in case of loan, let us say आज आपने बैंक से लोन लिया. Today you took loan from bank. Will the bank tell you pay first installment today only? No, right? If you have taken loan from bank of 1 lakh rupees and let's say EMI is 10,000 rupees per month, तो बैंक ऐसा नहीं बोलेगा कि आज ही 10,000 वापस दे दो, बिकॉज आज तो पैसे दिए उन्होंने, राइट? So today they have given you the money. So logically, when will be the first installment? Can I say logically it will be after 1 month, right? Or after 1 year, or after 3 months, 6 months, whatever is the term, right? So in case of loan, generally payments are at the end of first period. Whereas if you want to invest in a recurring deposit or SIP in mutual fund, then generally, now let's say you want to invest 1,000 per month. Okay, generally I am saying, you will not wait for 1 month, right? You will just start it from today. So generally payments are from today. Okay, that is beginning of first period. So that is why we have two types of annuity. Here we call this as annuity regular, and because that is the, I mean that this is the assumption, annuity regular. Okay, if nothing is given, you have to assume this. In exam also, you have to assume that first payment will be at the end of first period, and this is called as annuity due or annuity immediate because we make payment immediately starting from today. So that is why we get two types: annuity regular and annuity due. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now the formula that we just saw, that was for annuity regular. Why? Because first payment was at the end of first year, right? 1 lakh was at the end of year 1, end of year 2, end of year 3 and so on. So for annuity regular, if we want to find present value of annuity regular, we can just do this: annuity amount into 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 upon I into 1 plus I raised to n. Obviously we will not use this formula, we'll just do it on calculator, but like I said, you should know the formula. Now logically understand something. In annuity due, what will happen is, instead of payments like this, it will be 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh and nothing, right? It will start from today. It will go for 5 years, but at the end of 5th year there will be nothing because you have 5 installments, right? 5 installments तो हो गए. So what you're doing is you are just bringing everything 1 year before. Okay, now understand. I'll just write it in different. You brought this here, you brought this here, you brought this here, you brought this here, you brought this here. That means you are discounting everything by 1 year. You are discounting everything by 1 year. So for present value also, we'll do the same thing. We'll discount everything by 1 year. Okay? That is something that we'll see in a minute. Hmm. But before that, let's focus on this present value of annuity regular. So this is the formula of present value of annuity regular. Obviously, in exam, will not do this. Will not always calculate this complex formula. So we'll just use a shortcut. Now let's take same example. Annuity amount is 1 lakh rupees. That is, we are getting 1 lakh rupees every year. Interest rate is what? It was what? 10%, right? 10%. Fine. So I is 10%. Number of years is something 5 years, right? Fine. Now if we use this formula, we'll get present value of annuity regular as amount, that is 1 lakh, into 1 plus I, so 1.1 raised to 5 minus 1 upon I, that is 10%, into 1.1 raised to 5. Okay. Instead of doing this on calculator, we can calculate this part directly, which is called as present value annuity factor. Present value annuity factor. How can we calculate this directly? Understand, what are we doing? We are just taking 1 lakh, we are multiplying it by, it is there in every year, right? All 5 years. So for first year, we'll discount it to today. For second year, we'll discount it to today. For third year, we'll discount it to today, and so on. Okay. So on calculator, there is a shortcut to do this. How do we do this on calculator? 1 divided by 1.1, that's it. Then for second time, we just press equal to again. For third time, we just press equal to once again. Okay, so what we'll do is 1 divided by 1.1. Then when you press equal to, you get this result. When you press equal to once again, you get this result. When you press equal to again, you get this. Again equal to this. Again equal to this. Okay. Now whenever you press equal to on your calculator, there is another memory of your calculator other than m plus m minus. Your calculator has one more memory, which is grand total. So whenever you press equal to button, something, the result gets stored in that grand total memory. So if we press equal to 5 times and then just press grand total, we'll get our answer for the factor. Okay, so 1 divided by 1.1. Then if we just press 5 times equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and press grand total, we'll get 3.7907. Okay, and if we just multiply it by 1 lakhs, we'll get our answer, that is 3,79,078 or 79, so whatever. Okay. So that will be the present value of annuity. Okay, so for present value of annuity, you don't need to go into the formula, you don't need to calculate with the formula every time. You can just use this shortcut, 1 divided by 1.1 equal to n times and gt, that's it. Similarly, for if your calculator does not have GT button, you can use M plus also. So how do you do that? M plus is also one memory that your calculator has. So what you can do is 1 divided by 1.1. Then when you press equal to, add it to memory, M plus. Again when you press equal to, again add it to memory. Again when you press equal to, again add it to memory. Do it 5 times because it is 5 years. If your calculator does not have GT button, then you can just do this and then press, sorry, not grand total, MRC, that is memory recall. So if you do this and press MRC, you should get the same answer, 379,078. I mean 3.79078 multiplied by 1 lakh. So 379,078. So both ways are fine. If your calculator does not have a GT button, then you can use this MRC button. Okay, I hope this is clear. If you have any doubts beyond this, let me know in present value of annuity. Okay. Now let's go to another concept. This was present value of annuity regular. So that means this is